Hey there guys, welcome to the first FIFA 23 custom tactic video I am posting on my channel. I've been waiting to get my hands on a next gen console. I finally got a PS5. I've been playing it for a few weeks and I have devised what I think is the best custom tactic. It's great attacking, great going forward, great scoring goals, so let's get into it without wasting any further time. It's set up here on my attacking formation. It's a 4-2-3-1, pretty standard stuff. There's nothing outlandish. Just want to try and use different tactics, different formations to what you usually see, but at the end of the day, this is the best, and I want to make sure I'm delivering that best content for you guys so you guys have the best success. Press after possession loss on for my defensive style. Now, I find that this one is really useful because a lot of the time, a lot of the goals I score tend to come from winning the ball back high up the pitch, and obviously if you've got this on, you've got the best chance of doing that. Width, I keep it a nice solid 50 in defence. Don't want to be messing around with that too much. I don't want my centre backs and full backs having too much of a gap in between them because through balls can kill you. So I just leave it on 50. I have quite a high depth. I've got it on 65. I always like playing with a high depth. It works really well with the press after possession loss because you've got your players already high up the pitch. If you lose the ball, which means your midfielders are there 5 yards closer to the other team, which means you're more likely to win the ball back. Defensive play, I've got balanced on. I just think this is the best one to use personally because you can kind of pick and choose how you want to play. You could pick and choose the kind of runs you want your players to be making off the ball. You could pick and choose the kind of, way you attack if you want to be quick, be direct, forward passing, that kind of thing. All these things that you have available to you, you can pick yourself, in my opinion. It just seems to work best. However, chance creation, I do like using possession. I'm a possession based player this year on this game. I think that passing is key. I think holding the ball and being patient creates far more opportunities than just kind of going gung ho. That's personally my opinion. That's what I found works well. So hopefully that transcends to you guys too. Width, I do push this out a little bit higher, and you'll see from my actual instructions. I do like playing out wide. I've got some gold clips at the end to show you guys how the tactic works, and a lot of it does come from the fullbacks out wide or the wingers out wide, coming back in and cutting the ball across. Again, I just think it's really effective, especially with balanced possession. You've got the players making, the runs closer to you so that you can actually pick them out, but also with the balance on the build-up play, if you want to get your right back or your left back going forward, you can manually trigger that yourself. Players in the box, I've just put that up to 6. Again, with so much focus on wing play, I want to have those players making runs into the box, being there for cutbacks and whatnot. Corners 3, free kicks 2, pretty standard stuff. Formation, as we said, is a 4-2-3-1, and the instructions are as follows. So Mbappe, our striker, is getting behind, nothing else on him. The cam is absolutely standard stuff. You could have getting the box across for this if you want to. Personally, I'd just leave it on balance because with the players in the box instruction, he's going to be in the box anyway. Martinelli, we've got drift wide and get in the box for cross. On the wingers, they're both the same. Because they got drift wide on, I do want to make sure that when the other one has the ball, they're arriving in the back post, arriving in the box themselves. So that's why they both have get in the box for cross on. On our right CDM, we have absolutely nothing changed. It's the exact same. And the same for the other one. And everything else is the default settings. I don't want to overcomplicate it. It works pretty well. I've had a lot of success with it. I've done pretty good on foot champs with it. I've done pretty good in my qualifying. I'm 5-0 at this time. I've used it on division rivals as well. Again, I've done pretty good on that. I've not lost an awful lot of games. Have lost because that's the standard. You do lose. But this has been really effective for me. Defensively, don't get me wrong, you might get caught out from time to time. It is pretty offensive. If you win the ball back, if you can pin your opponent in their half, you will get a lot of success, and that happens far more often than not. So I'm going to jump into some clips now to show you guys the kind of goals we're going to score with this tactic. So I will catch you there. So then, guys, into the clips we go, and we will see a fair few goals that we scored from foot champs. I really enjoyed using this tactic. It was an absolute blast. Going forward, we created loads and loads of chances, winning the ball back high at the pitch and keeping our opponent pressed in their half, and hopefully, as you can see, scoring a lot of goals along the way. Pressing after possession loss mixed with possession works really well. What you'll find is you're going to win the ball back high up the pitch, and as a result of the possession being on, you're going to have lots of options around you, players making themselves available for short, sharp passes to exploit the gaps that your opponent is going to leave due to you winning the ball back high up the pitch. Bear in mind that sometimes you aren't going to win the ball back high up the pitch, and this is just one of those things. Sometimes your opponent might go long, sometimes your opponent might just pass it around you. You need to recognize when you aren't going to win that ball back, and you need to, as a result, drop 10 yards deeper into your half and try and win the ball back afterwards. It's no good just running at your opponent at full pelt, trying to win the ball back, because especially if you come up against someone who deals with press quite well, you're just going to get passed around and you're going to concede and you will be sad. So make sure you keep in mind exactly when you need to press and exactly how it is that you need to do it. Keeping your wingers out wide is really, really important to me, and getting those fullbacks supporting them works really, really well. There is a fair few examples of us going out wide and pulling the ball back and scoring a goal. The way it works is because you've got them on stay wide, you're dragging a fullback out of position or perhaps a midfielder out of position and leaving space in the middle. This means that instead of two people being on Mbappe in the center circle in the penalty spot, sorry, it's just going to be the one, which means it's obviously easier for him to turn and get a shot off. I think that this is really key. I think it's a major part of the tactic. I don't watch any custom tactic videos on YouTube because I don't want to just get accused of copying someone or anything. But I never see anyone talk about getting your wingers on stay wide. And for me, it is really, really important. I think it works really, really well. We do need to keep in mind, like I said, about the pressing. We don't want to concede silly chances. There's never going to be a tactic out there that stops you from conceding goals. Obviously, there's going to be more defensive minded tactics that help you stop from conceding goals. But at the end of the day, if someone says to you, this tactic will mean you never concede again, that's just not true. You need to be able to recognize yourself when and how to defend, and only you can do that, not the tactic. But anyway, guys, the video is winding down. I do really appreciate you guys checking this out. I'm sorry it's been a while since I've uploaded, but that is all going to change. We're going to have regular content coming back again, so I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.